Welcome to the Olympic floor plan by Taylor Morrison Homes here in Ladera Trails on the Queen Creek Santan Valley border. And this is one of the new floor plans to Ladera Trails. This one's about 3,500 square feet, 3,446 to be exact. One of the only couple two-story plans they have in the Passage collection, which is their middle size. So let's go check it out and take a tour. So heading in, the first thing you'll notice is this one doesn't have the optional iron front door that some of the other model homes have. This is more of a standard front door, but it's still very pretty. I like the windows on top. And as you head inside here, something else you will notice from going from the Venture 2 collection to Passage is that you go to the 9-foot ceiling flats versus the 10-foot ceiling flats. But while we're down here, we're gonna take a look at the guest suite area. We'll go upstairs in a few minutes though, but the first thing I love is this Harry Potter closet. And I think it's so fun. They actually took a few minutes and just did some light staging in here. Most of the time, builders are throwing just crap down here and forgetting about it, which granted, is probably what we're all gonna do after closing. But I love this little baseball back here in the corner. And well, it's probably a little tight for me to hang out here for any real amount of time. It does go back even more. But as we head out of here, make sure my 5'10" self does not crack my head open today. We're gonna head into this office flex space area. And like some of the other floor plans, I imagine you can option this one as a bedroom, but this one they did stage as an office with this big built-in here, the picture lights, the beadboard, and of course a quartz countertop. Very pretty and elegant and definitely a nice look. It's kind of tucked away with the way this house is set up. So basically we're sitting on the way this house is oriented on the right side of the front door, which you can see right through that window. All right, so heading into the downstairs guest bedroom area, you do have a 3/4 bathroom down here. This one is optioned pretty standard, but it's good to see how it shows with a culture marble surround, the tub, and of course the vanity and the toilet. And also something I just noticed right before we press start here, this model home looks to have an optional central vacuum system. I haven't seen one of those in a long time, but that is pretty rad to see. Nonetheless, heading into this guest bedroom, it's a pretty good size. It does have a walk-in closet. Of course, it being downstairs is always going to be desired. And you can see they have it staged with a queen bed, but you do have space to get more on the wall with a king and or larger nightstands if you want, of course, the dresser in front. All right, so heading out of the guest bedroom area downstairs, we're gonna go into the main living suite. But before we go in there, we're gonna take a quick little pit stop and head into the half bath over here. And this half bath, nothing too crazy in here, but good to have one right off the living room, which is right over here. And this is a very nice sized living room. As you can see, you've got a big sectional. They staged these 2 chairs and the sideboard over there as well. I do like that again on the model, they do the recessed lights and some more decor to help brighten it up. And I believe, and I would have to check, but I believe it is an option to do a big multi-slider on this wall in lieu of the windows if you wanted, but good to see how that looks in comparison. And in the actual kitchen area itself, I love how this one is decorated too. These are more of a shaker style cabinet versus some of the wood tones that have become more popular again. And while I personally prefer the wood tones as time goes on, I do love the fact they did the matching sides here too. A nice thick trim on top, a nice herringbone style backsplash here. Of course, it does still have a 5-burner gas cooktop. So on the Passage collection, they do not have the optional chef's kitchen that you see in Venture 2. They are more of a standard style built-in appliances, but that doesn't mean they're bad either. Dishwasher in the island, double wall ovens, and then the optional fridge as well through the builder. But you still have plenty of space at this island. They've got 4 bar stools here, 6 seats on the round table over there, even with the optional buffet extension on the cabinets over there. So lots of space to still dine and entertain. All right, so before we head out of the kitchen area, I do want to show a couple of areas down here. First off is another very nice sized walk-in pantry, access to the 2-car garage area. There's also the 1-car garage that's on here. On this one too, you'll see that it has a little door they have kind of to show what the inside of a house might look like. And then they do have this little drop station, almost buffet area inside here too. Nice to see. And downstairs laundry. Now, some people might say, why does it need downstairs laundry? Because most of the bedrooms are upstairs. Well, the one crucial one, which is your primary master suite, is going to be downstairs. This is a pretty nice sized bedroom. They've got it staged with the king bed, 2 good sized nightstands, the dresser in front, lots of good space in between the bed area, this bench, and of course that cabinet there. And I love the views out the windows. Again, this is why you're buying in Ladera Trails, because look at those views out of the bedroom window. These are amazing. And it's not like it's just one side of the neighborhood. No, no, no. There's views all over this darn place. But going over here, you do have these 2 pocket windows above. And again, they did stage it with a chandelier and they did the recessed cans and also the optional speakers for the model. And into this guest bathroom standard, it's gonna be a tub shower split like a lot of homes from the last 30 years. This one they did the optional half threshold shower, which again gives you half wall glass, half wall. You get the soap niche right in here too, a little bench over there, and 2 pockets where windows above for natural light. There's that little niche right in there. And you do also have a decent little vanity over on the side here with dual sinks and the toilet room water closet behind, along with a nice sized walk-in closet. Kind of goes both ways, depending on how you want to set it up. All right, so we're gonna head out of the primary master suite here and go into the backyard space and check out those amazing Santan mounted views. And as you'll see on these backyards, they are still a pretty decent size. Again, this house is 34 and some change square footage wise, 3446 to be exact, before any options or bump outs. And you still have plenty of space back here if you do want to do a play pool, still have a play area, things like that. This one they did set up an optional barbecue area with outdoor seating and more of an extension off the patio here too. But again, lots of space and of course those amazing mounted views. But heading back inside, we're gonna go check out the upstairs next. Walking upstairs, I do wanna talk about Ladera Trails a little bit. So Ladera Trails is an intimate new community in Santan Valley, Queen Creek, with several hundred homes at build out. Taylor Morrison just opened. Toll Brothers has been open for about 6 months or so, but Taylor Morrison's price point is gonna be a lot more affordable than a lot of the Toll homes will end up being. And up here, as you can see, lots of loft space. You've got this big sectional over here, coffee table over there with the bookshelf back here and behind, and a nice sized walk-in closet for just storage of stuff. So if you've got kids' toys, if you've got blankets, games, whatever, toss it in this bad boy, forget about it. But before we go, of course, if you're just hanging out up here, you guessed it, you can look at some amazing Santan mounted views. But getting off the couch and getting back to work here, we're gonna take a look at the other 3 guest bedrooms up here and of course 2 other guest bathrooms. First guest bathroom is gonna be this way. It is a more standard size. I love the mountains peeking out above the shower there. It just gives you a nice little tranquility piece in the morning. And of course, you do still have the dual vanities in here. Another storage closet for your linens and whatnot, and little desk area here. I love this. I think it's super fun. It's kind of hidden away, but forces your kids to do their homework maybe. But over here, we're gonna go check out 1, 2, 3 on the guest bedrooms. Won't take too long. Pretty standard guest bedroom. Again, good size, but nothing too crazy. Does have the slider closet and more amazing mounted views at the front. I tell you, they're all over the place here. This guest bedroom feels a little bit larger. Might just be depending how it's staged also too. This one they did do with the day bed and the 2 nightstands, dresser, and the chair in the corner. And over to number 3, which does have an ensuite and a walk-in closet. So of the 3, this is the more premium one. If you got a favorite child, put them in this bad boy or downstairs. But this one they did option with the walk-in shower. Again, standard, it's gonna be a tub shower combo, but for around $2,000 or so, plus or minus, you can do it to a shower before any tile options. So if you are curious about this home or any other homes in Ladera Trails, my contact information is below, and I look forward to helping on your home buying journey.